Hi, this is Randy with Floral Computer Systems. One of the things I want to get across to you today is that with our system, you have greater control in your organization. You know, when things are being done on paper and verbally, it's not to say you can't be profitable that way, but there's a certain amount of control that you're lacking. And in our system, because everything's being done in the system, it's all traceable and trackable. You know what's happening and you have more control and you can manage better that way and be more profitable. Let's take a look at selling. I'm going to go up here to sales and we're going to click on sales orders by customer. So this gives us an alphabetical list of customers. I could actually use this list up here to go to certain letters, but I'm just going to go down to American Agri Products and double click that one. Now notice that on this screen all the data automatically is on the screen. You're not having to put anything in here. It's got the sold to address, got the ship to address, the ship via. Now if you need to change something, you can. Let's say it's for some reason something changes, you can. Normally, even special instructions, other comments, if there's certain things unique to this customer, they would already be there. But of course, you could actually put something in right now if it makes sense to add something, okay? And down here at the bottom, notice how you have the accounting information. Last update was 1/11. Obviously, this is just a kind of a test database. It's not, you know, I'm not a wholesaler myself, okay? Otherwise, there'd be a little more current date on this. So, because actually it updates every day, typically, when you're in practice with it. So, what's the balance? In other words, at the time of the last update, what was their balance? In other words, how much do they owe you? How much in sales since then, and the current customer balance, okay? So you know exactly what their balance is, and you can have the system set up to do credit limit checking so that if they're over their balance, then it'll show in red that they're over their balance, and whoever's selling to them won't be able to sell to them unless they get a manager's override, which you can do remotely if you need to. But the point is, if you have some customers that are stringing out those what they owe you way beyond what they should be, you can actually get on the phone with them and say, hey, look, you know, we want to sell to you, but we need you to make up some of that payment. Maybe you get an agreement right there for them to pay it off or whatever. But the point is you have that kind of control here because the system knows. Now, let's go up here and sell some product. I'm first going to go here to Summary. Now on this screen, for product description, I'm just going to put in Carn. I just type C-A-R-N, and it gives me a drop down. Let's go with the mini hot pinks. And looks like we have on hand 200. Let's say we sell 50 of these, and we're just going to hit enter on this. So here we have flower, carnation, mini hot pink. By the way, these colors are set by you. If you don't want to have colors here, you don't have to. And quantity 50, unit price $4.60, total price $23. Okay. Now, if I decide I just want to go ahead and change that price, I can actually click on this, and I can say here, let's make that price 43. And we're going to update that. So now it automatically updates the price. There we have the new price. Okay, so it's very easy, and in fact, on the invoice, it'll actually show that you've given them a discount. Okay. So now, so one of the ways of selling from our system is using this summary tab that we're on here now, and just simply putting in, like if I put in here rows, gives me a drop down of my roses. Okay. Now another way you can do it is using the quick entry or the selective ordering. If I go to quick entry, here we have a big long list of all the product that you carry. Okay. And actually, if I do a search on rose, now you have all the different roses. Now here we are on the quick entry screen. Now what the quick entry screen does is it shows you one line item for each product. Okay. And the difference between that and selective ordering is selective ordering will show you all the different lots you have. So let's go ahead and sell from here. Let's sell some of this Sensation 50 to 60 red. Okay, so I go down here. It looks like we have 25 on hand. Let's go ahead and sell all of them. So I put 25 and tab it over, and it gives me, this is the selling price and this is my margin. Now if I want to change this price, I just type what I want, and it'll automatically change the margin here. Okay, if I hit enter, it adds it to that summary that we were working on a minute ago. Here, if I go back to summary, you'll see that what we just added was that right there. Okay, so if I go back to quick entry, so now the difference between quick entry and by the way, in looking anything up here, you can type it. Like here we have rose. If I put carnation, it brings it up, and we also have hotkeys. If I put Alt R, I get roses. Okay, so there are hotkeys, so you can either type a word or a phrase, and it'll search out that word or phrase in the names of the product, or you can use the hotkeys, and there are a whole bunch of hotkeys, so like Alt R could be rose, Alt C for carnation, etc. So if I want to go to selective ordering, I'm going to click it here, And so here we have all the roses. Let's take a look at one that has a couple of, like, look at this one, roses, ambiance, 50 to 60 centimeter, yellow, okay? You notice how we have one lot here that came in on 1219, another lot that came in on 109. And by the way, it has all the data here, the age, unit of measure, stems, receiving pack 150, current landed cost, what's on hand, 5 of these, 50 of these, okay? So now if I go back to quick entry and look at that same product, well, you notice how it's just one line item, and it's got all the data here for that one line item, okay? So the difference is on selective ordering, you're showing the different lots in case you want to be able to sell from different lots. Like let's say they want to buy from a particular farm, right? It shows the farm code here, so you can actually know that. On the other hand, with quick entry, it's giving you one line item, and if you sell whatever you sell out of this 155 on hand, when it produces the pig ticket, it's going to indicate to the people in the warehouse where to go to get the product. Okay, if you have your warehouse set up that way, and some do, some don't. But the whole idea is it's taking the first in, it's first in, first out, the older product first. Okay, so going back to selective ordering. Well, okay, well let's say we go ahead and sell these 5. I'm going to hit that 5, tab it over, and let's say we want to change the price to 90 cents. So I do that, changes the margin, and if I hit enter, it adds it to the order. Okay. And so if I go to summary, it'll show that it's all done. There you have it. And then as far as this order, now this is an active order, right? It hasn't been invoiced yet. If I want to go ahead and print order and create invoice, I hit this button here. Here's the invoice, and it shows, you know, it would have your name and your logo and all that, but it shows sold to, the shipped to, and the product. Here we have the different ones that we're selling, quantities, you know, how many units, what's the price. And we had a couple of discounts that we threw in there, so it's showing that. If you don't want it to show that, you don't have to, but of course it's a good thing to show the customer the discount they're getting. And if you go down to the bottom, it gives you your totals. Okay, so it's all within the system. It can also be tracked back. You can see what a customer bought the last time they were here, the time before that. There's a lot of data here. As well, over time, you can find out, well, what have you sold over time, either to this customer or in general. You know, what are your numbers? And you can really predict better because of that. Now notice how this one it went from active to invoiced. And if I click the email button here, it'll actually automatically email it to the customer. And so the whole idea here, as far as selling, you can sell from this screen, again, simply by either putting in a product code or a product description or a part of a product description and just, you know, point and click off of that, or you can use the quick entry or the selective ordering. However you want to do it. In fact, you can even have it set up so if you just want your salesman using the summary, you can just have it set up for that, you know, or just quick entry or etc. I would really like to show you more of this. I mean, the whole idea is to give you greater control and enable you to really manage better and really tweak things where they need to be tweaked and know more about what's going on, and thereby to be more profitable. Please give me a call. We'll even give you a demonstration, a more personal demonstration of the system. Call me at 727-483-7451. All right, thanks. Look forward to talking with you.